The city of Calgary is stonewalling a Rebel News investigation into just how much money they blew on climate change influencers. Today, I'll show you their response to our access filings and their lame excuse for not giving us the information we are legally entitled to. Just a few weeks ago, actually at the end of April 2022, Rebel News filed for access to information regarding the amount of money the city of Calgary is spending on third-party social media influencers to push the government's agenda on a whole host of issues. We hadn't even quite asked for the names of the people or companies they were contracting with. We just wanted to know the bulk numbers, the costs, and if the numbers were outrageous, then that's when we were going to dig down and file a second access to information request, or maybe a third or even a fourth to get all the details of the contracts. Again, we would only do that if the numbers were ridiculous and if the spending was insane. You see, unlike the city of Calgary, we're trying to be frugal over here because these sorts of investigations cost money and precious time, and we even have a researcher who helps us carry them out. We try to be strategic and follow the breadcrumbs if indeed there is a breadcrumb trail at all. And here somebody left me a whole bakery in the woods. What I can tell you is that over the course of January 1st, 2020 up until April 25th, 2022, the city of Calgary has spent nearly $75,000 hiring paid tweeters and Instagrammers to talk about all sorts of things like Labor Day, Canada Day, tomorrow's Chinatown, their toolkit for COVID, and a climate program, just to name a few. But if you look right here in 2022, I cannot tell you the specific numbers of the contracts for a whole bunch of these things, and in particular, the climate program. You know, that's really the one I'm interested in. The city's redacted it for some reason while also publishing the data on other programs. I think that's odd, don't you? Now I want to know how much that money was, and now I want to know who they paid it to. We are going to appeal those redactions. And just to be clear, those 16.1 redactions, that's the section of the information law they're using to justify blacking things out. That's the disclosure harmful to business interests of a third party clause. So if the city tells us how much money they blew on so-called influencers, it would be harmful to the business interests of the influencers. How could it be harmful? They haven't even told us the names of the paid tweeters and Instagrammers. So how could it harm them? The amount of money spent by the city on influencers, particularly on the issue of climate change in the heart of oil country, should not be a trade or state secret, especially when the city has no problem giving away other information on other influencer contracts on other issues. For example, apparently it's harmful to find out how much Calgary taxpayers were paying for climate change postings, but not for Canada Day ones. What's the difference? So today I'm just showing you the first part of an access to information investigation that is just getting started. If you'd like to help me find out how much money the city of Calgary actually paid to climate influencers to push their climate scare agenda, and now you can help me find out exactly who they paid it to, you can do that by topping up our investigations fund at rebelinvestigates.com. You know we don't take any money from Justin Trudeau to hold governments to account, and that means all levels of government. We're proudly independent and supported by our viewers at home. So thank you. These people don't get to spend taxpayer money in secret. And I think the new mayor of Calgary, Gunn, best learn that sooner rather than later for the sake of Calgarians. I am going to drag this information out of them. Now, we can do it the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. With your help, though, I will get it. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. Here at Rebel News, we are fiercely independent, crowd-funded and supported by viewers like you at home. And it is our job, it's our mission to hold government to account on behalf of the people. And one of the best ways to do that is through access to information. We want to be able to tell you what the government is doing behind closed doors when they think no one is watching. To support our Access to Information Fund, consider making a donation at rebelinvestigates.com.